Hello again. Hi, Claudia.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good. How about you?
Me too.
Oh, you are happy today, huh?
Yes, today is Friday.
Ah, thank God, huh? Thank God it's Friday. All right.
I
Hi,
don't
Luana.
have to work tomorrow. I can drink some beer later.
That's the best part of it, okay? Isa, how are you doing, Isa? Thirsty? Hi, Isa.
Oh, sorry.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm all right. Thanks for asking. Are you thirsty?
Yes, I am. I was.
Oh, okay. Not anymore, huh?
Yeah.
Good, good. Drinking water is very healthy.
Yes,
Okay.
it's important.
Hi, Luana. How's it going?
Everything's all right. How about
Okay,
you?
perfect. I'm very happy this week. A lot of girls in my class. So the smell of underwear has gone. Okay. Ah, just
Oh,
speaking
thank
of
you, teacher.
underwear, there is one there. Ah, I thought there were only going to be girls today. Okay. So, all right.
Almost.
Since you are here, welcome to the class anyway. Okay. Now the underwears are coming. Wagner's also joining. Okay. But I'm glad to see many girls in my class. Okay. I was tired of only guys, only guys, only guys. Okay. So it's good for me. Hello,
Yeah.
Wagner. Are you feeling better today? I think he's not on yet.
Hi, teacher. I'm sorry. I'm better than yesterday.
Oh, it's
How have
good
you
to know
been?
that, my friend. Yeah, perfect. Okay. As Claudia said, thank God it's Friday. Okay. So it's the last weekday. Okay. So
Yes.
after class, we can start already getting some fun. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Vitor's coming in too. So more underwears. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh,
The table is turning.
yes, exactly. Not so excited anymore, but anyway, what can I do? Let's go on. Okay? Life can't stop. Okay, let me share my screen so we can see what we were talking. Whoops, it's not open yet, Roberto. Okay, let me find the file here so I can share it with you. And we can finish talking about we started yesterday. Okay, give me a sec. Solo um ótimo. Okay, that's it. I think we stopped at India, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me share my screen. I already got it here opened. So, okie dokie. Okay, Vitor, you're back. Or you are a new student called Vitor?
No, it's me, Victor.
Oh, it's
The
you.
same guy. Yeah. How
Are
are you?
you fine now? I'm all
Yeah.
right. How about you? I was worried about you.
Yes, actually, I was with like a dengue suspect, but
A
it
dengue fever?
yeah, not fever, but headache and some symptoms.
Ah,
But it was just a sinusite. I don't know.
a sinus
It was
problem.
just COVID.
Oh, no
No,
way.
no, no.
I was
Fortunately
worried
not.
about that. Yes, I was worried about that because the guy said, I'm not feeling very well. And then he disappeared. I thought, oh my gosh, I hope it's not serious. Okay. So
No.
welcome back. Welcome back. I'm glad to hear it was just a minor problem. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, nothing that a sinus tab can't solve. Okay. So
Yeah.
what are we doing in this class, Victor? Let me just, in short, explain it to you so we can continue. We started discussing how to do business with different cultures. Understand what you have to be aware of when you're going to meet and discuss business with people from
Well,
other
it's my
cultures.
major. I like it
Yes?
so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent. So we are discussing what are the let's say, the traditional customs of the 10 biggest countries in the world, what you have to know before doing business with them, okay? And we
Nice.
just stopped when we started number 3, so you still have 7 to go. So you'll see most of it. So India, body language mindfulness goes a long way. I think we started this yesterday, right, Isa?
Yes.
Okay, and we stopped at the namaste, yes?
Yes.
No, we went, I think, until the keep your feet flat on the ground, maybe?
Yes, I was
Oh,
reading that
yeah.
for you.
About the right hand, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, so I think it was Claudia that read the first part, and then
Yes.
very fast, I explained the second part concerning shaking hands. Okay, that you should always use both hands or only your right hand, never your left hand. And in relation to the feet, you should always keep your feet flat on the ground and never point your toes. Remember toes?
Yeah.
Okay? Or soles, the sole of your feet towards anyone. Also, never point your fingers. This is considered really bad, okay, in India. So let's see who is first here. Is it Claudia again? Yes. Claudia, can you go on and finish reading the India cultures for us? Take off.
Okay. Sure. Take off your footwear as you enter someone's home.
Okay.
If you footwear feet touch someone, be sure to apologize promptly.
Okay.
When having a business dinner, if the host eats without using a spoon or fork, do the same and eat with your right hand. The left hand is considered unclean in Indian culture.
Culture. Okay. Any problem about this or no? That's what I told you yesterday. In India, you should never touch the food with your left hand, especially if you are in a public place. People are going to look at you like, oh my gosh, what is he doing or what is she doing? Because as I told you yesterday, they use the left hand for cleaning certain parts of the body after the nature calls, understand? So when you touch the food with your left hand, even if you don't use your hands to clean yourself, they think you're making a very bad thing, okay? So remember to use only your right hand in India, okay? You can say, teacher, what if I am a left-handed person? Forget about that, especially in India, understand? Just use your right hand. Any question about these or no? Okay. Luana, can you go ahead and tell us what to do in Russia when doing business with them?
Okay. Russia, time is precious, but don't forget to socialize. Russians value their time, so be sure to come on time during meetings or appointments. Don't just show up to meet a Russian professional. Be sure to set an appointment first. However, don't be too surprised if your appointment is canceled or on short notice. During meetings, it's advisable to allocate some time for socialization before going to the business discussions. You can make up for the time lost during the introductions by offering a detailed and well-organized presentation.
Okay. Is there any problem about this?
No.
When we talk about socializing in Russia, that means drinking, okay? And
Vodka.
yes, vodka. And I'm sure they drink a lot. So if you don't drink too much, I would advise you not to try to do business with a Russian business person, okay? Because they always insist on you to drink. And they start drinking at breakfast time, understand? And I was amazed at the amount of alcohol they drink in one single day. It's probably more than a drink in a month, understand? They drink
Teacher,
it. Yes.
Here in Brazil, when someone offers you something and you don't accept, it is unpolite.
Yes.
It is the same in Russia about drinking because I don't drink any alcohol. It will
Yes.
be disrespectful.
That is exactly the problem. I myself, because of diabetes, okay, I'm a diabetic person. I avoid drinking by all means. It's not that I don't like it. I do like a lot. But when I drink, I simply go crazy very fast, understand? So what I am going to tell you, keep it between us. Just accept one drink and hold the glass in your hand as long as you can. Just play around with the glass, understand? Just pretend you're drinking a lot because, man, you can't keep up with them, understand? So I remember that after a few meetings, they were completely drunk, but after having had already a liter or 2 liters of vodka, or like 5 or 6 bottles of wine, and I was still in my first class, just pretending to drink, you know, and happy the same way, all right? So maybe that's a way to socialize with them, okay? But if you say, no, no, I don't drink, they might think that you are not a good person to do business with, okay?
But even if you're saying like it's my culture, I don't drink, I would not accept. Thank you, but I would not accept. It's still unpolite.
It is, you
Oh,
know, because that's part of their culture to drink, understand?
so I would
Yes.
drink.
So
In
Arabic
Brazil,
people that don't make business with Russians.
You know people, Victor? Yes?
So Arabic people, Arab.
Ah, yes, it's not common. It's true because it's against their religion to drink, understand? So in that case, it's a matter of religion, understand? But probably they wouldn't be successful in doing business with a Russian, understand? Because even the Russian women that I met, man, they drank like a skunk, understand? It's
Yeah.
true. They drink too much. Okay. So I would always hang around a glass filled with something and just sip it, probably in like 4 or 5 hours, I wouldn't have more than a single dose. I pretended to be drinking all the time. Understand? Just
Yeah.
pretended. Okay? But yeah, important to know, you cannot just show up in a company and say, hi, my name is Fulano, John Doe. I'm here to do some business. I'd like to meet. No, everything has to be scheduled in advance. Understand? And when it's time to discuss business, be prepared to make a wonderful presentation and show that you are a very well organized person. All right? Okay, guys.
Okay.
Got the hang of it?
Right.
Isa is laughing. What's funny, Isa?
It's because I'm not organized person.
Uh-huh. See, that
You know.
is your bad. Okay. So maybe you should reconsider doing business with Russians. Understand?
Yeah.
Teacher, have you ate something already?
Man, not yet. Okay.
So that's for you.
Ah, thank you. You have been teasing me since the beginning of all classes. Understand? Man, how can you be so thin? In every single class, you were eating something. I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm just like Isa, just drinking water in between
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're the same teacher.
I'm going to cancel your camera so you stop chewing in front of me, okay? That's impolite to do that with an old Brazilian teacher, okay?
He don't drink, but he eats.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
eating only with my right hand.
If I see you eating or grabbing anything to eat with your left hand, I would stop. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Isa,
Hi.
read China for us.
Okay. China, offending and being easily offended are a no-no.
No. Yes.
No.
That
China
means
has,
you should never do that.
China has a diverse and unique
Diverse
diverse and
and
unique
unique culture.
Don't expect it to align with what you have been accustomed to. For one, you should be tolerant
Tolerant.
of the high volume Chinese business people speak at in the loudness of their offices and
And
workplaces.
workplace.
Another essential point to remember is respecting personal space. Avoid physical contact as much as possible. Moreover, meals should not be treated as meetings. If you are invited to a dinner, you may notice that you are introduced to a non-business people and the discussions are not purely business related.
Okay. I have felt that many Americans have had very terrible experiences in doing business with China. Because if they go out for lunch, for example, if you ever go out for lunch with an American, you can be prepared that he or she will be discussing business during lunchtime. But that's something you should never do with a Chinese business person. Understand? Lunch is like a sacred time of the day. They don't want to discuss business. You can resume your business conversation after lunch, but never during lunch. Understand this? Okay, guys. Okay, Wagner.
Okay.
And Americans, on the other hand, they only want to talk business, man. They only want to discuss business. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if it's at breakfast time, lunch time, or dinner time. There is never a pure dinner of satisfaction. It's always business involved or business folks. Okay? All right? Any problem about this?
No.
Wagner, are you feeling better to read today or still are not feeling well?
No, I'm good. Today I'm good.
Can you read the second paragraph? If you're setting up a store in China,
For sure. If you're setting up a store in China, exert the effort to adapt not just in the way you deal with businessmen, but also with the locals. Retail translation or localization can be a significant help in this regard. See to it that your product packaging, branding, and marketing are compatible with the local marketing.
okay? Understand this part here. Any part. I don't want you to read and
You are freeze, teacher.
I'm frozen.
The teacher
Yeah,
just
Yes.
froze it.
Yes.
now you're moving.
Still, I'm
No,
moving.
No.
No, you're okay.
Now,
You're okay.
now
You're
you're
back.
back.
Yes, okay.
No,
I
you're still
just-
frozen.
Again?
For me, yeah. Oh no, you're back.
Continue.
No, you're back.
Hello. Am I back?
Yeah.
Hello,
Hello,
it's
it's me.
me.
Me you're looking for.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Hi,
Hey,
Marcus.
Marcus. I just
Hi,
heard
guys.
you all the way from Salvador. How are things there?
Are good.
That's wonderful. So understand this part. Understand the word retail.
No,
What's that? No. Was it Luana or Isa?
Isa.
Okay, Isa. Isa, there are two kinds of stores, retail and wholesale. Oh, I'm going to write here for you. Retail and wholesale. A retail business is a business that sells in small quantities, like one item per person. A wholesale is usually a business that sells in large quantities, in bulk quantities. Usually, a retail owner goes to a wholesaler to buy a large quantity, pay less, and then sell to a retail. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
So,
Got
where are you from again, Isa? Are you from São Paulo or Rio? I don't remember.
No, I am from Recife.
Ah, Recife. You are very far away. You're farther than Marcos. I
Yeah,
thought
it's far
Marcos
than-
was
I'm from
already lost.
Recife.
Yeah, I thought Marcos was already too far away from us, but you are
But
even
she
farther.
doesn't have accent, you know?
Yes, that's interesting.
It's
Were you
because I'm
born
not
there?
speaking. It's because I'm not speaking Portuguese.
Oh,
Ah,
great.
now you said something very interesting. A
Yeah.
few years ago, yes, it's true. A few years ago, I remember I was told that I was supposed to teach one of the directors of Alcoa, Brazil.
Mm,
Understand?
yeah.
And the guy was let's say, a fat cat at Alcoa, a very important person at Alcoa, Brazil. And I remember I went to his company. His secretary told me to go in. I went in and we started discussing English, 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 English. And maybe for like 2 months, we just spoke English, not a single word in Portuguese, right? One day, in the middle of the class, the phone started vibrating. Then he took a look and said, I'm sorry, teacher. I have to take this call. It's my big boss. Well, if, in my opinion, he was already a big boss, his big boss was probably somebody very important, right? So I said, oh, no problem. Business, business, go ahead. The guy opened the phone and he started talking with the most incredible accent from Pernambuco. Understand?
Yeah.
Pronto, pronto, pronto.
Pronto, diga.
Diga. And I was,
Oh my God, that accent.
and I was,
See?
what the fuck? And then I
Yeah.
asked him,
Bloody hell.
where are you from? He said, I'm from Recife. I said, Jesus Christ. I had never
Ixi.
noticed any accent in English. But when he
Yeah.
spoke Portuguese, in the first word, he said, pronto. I said, what? He said, so that's
Yeah.
very funny. When you speak your native language, maybe you carry the accent. But when you speak
Yeah.
another language, you may go by without people noticing it. Okay?
I
It's
can
very
feel I can feel the difference the way I speak English and the way I speak Portuguese.
I'm sure there is a big difference. I can tell you.
Sorry
Yeah.
to ask, teacher, but where are you from?
Actually, I'm from all over.
All over?
I was born in the interior of São Paulo. Okay. I moved to
Yeah.
the US when I was a teenager. I lived there for almost 10 years. Then I came back to São Paulo, where I was able to get my equivalences to the civil engineering course I had finished in the United States at Unicamp in Campinas. Okay. After that, I moved back to the States. I lived for a few more years there. Then I moved back to Brazil in Campinas again. And then I moved to Minas. And then I moved to Europe. Okay. And then I'm back to
So
Brazil
you're a
because,
traveler.
Yeah.
sort of. Okay.
Sort of.
So, yeah, I've been to a few countries in my life. Thank God. Okay. But
That's
anyway,
awesome. That's the
I'm
dream.
the only one from Northwest.
I'm sorry.
I am the only one from Northwest.
You are the only one from where? The Middle
Northwest.
East?
Nordeste.
The northeastern part of Brazil.
Nordeste.
That
That accent.
Ah,
My God.
yeah, it's because you said it in English. That's why I couldn't get it. Okay.
yeah, sorry.
No, Marcos is from Salvador. Salvador
Yeah,
is
from
not
Salvador.
northeastern part of Brazil.
And I grew up in Fortaleza too.
Really?
Really? But I
I
live here for
There's no
6
gaucho
years
here.
now.
there are only
Only-
men here.
Only men today.
That's good, Mark. Oh, Wagner. It's interesting, okay, Isa, because can you believe I have a granddaughter who lives in João Pessoa?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's near here.
So there are not many flights from Europe to João Pessoa. So I usually fly to Recife and then I
Yeah.
drive to João
Yeah.
Pessoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 1 hour far, right?
Yes, it's about 120 clicks from
Yeah.
Recife. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've been there several times, but I always just stop like to drink something or to eat something in Olinda. There are some very nice restaurants there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I go up to João Pessoa to see my granddaughter. Okay.
Yeah. You should
All
visit
right.
here.
Yes, I have been there.
No, but more than Olinda.
No, I have been to lots of places in Recife too. Okay?
Okay, I got
I
it.
usually drive into Recife first because of the airport, and then I stop for a coffee. You know, there are some nice coffee shops there, okay,
Mm,
near the beach, okay.
yes, it's nice.
I don't remember names, but there are some very good ones. And then after eating or drink something, I drive up, okay.
Okay, I got it.
Australia. Luana, it's your turn to the Aussie Australians. Can you read that for us, please?
Yeah, sure. Australia, laid back but in control. Many perceive Australians as laid back people, which is mostly true, even in the way they do business. However, being laid back does not mean they don't value punctuality,
Punctuality. Punctuality.
punctuality and organization. Australians take their business seriously, so come prepared for appointments. Be sure to show respect and avoid using a position of power as leverage
Leverage.
when
Leverage. Leverage.
leverage, leverage, leverage when doing negotiations. Be honest and put emphasis on common sense when doing businesses discussions as much as possible. Avoid methodical approaches in winning negotiations.
Any question about this?
Yes, sir.
Leverage, leverage, leverage,
Leverage.
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 Leverage. What is
leverage.
leverage?
Yes, that's what I'm going to explain now. Sometimes I want to lift something which is kind of heavy, understand? And I can't lift
You
it
froze.
using my hand.
Now we'll never know.
So I usually introduce a metal bar. Hello?
You froze it.
Hello.
Ah,
You're back, you're back, you're back, you're back. Just start again,
yes.
please.
Okay. I want to lift something, okay?
Okay.
And I can't do it with my own hands. So I get like a piece of wood or a bar, a metal bar, and I put it beneath it to use it as leverage. Understand?
Got it.
So,
Mhm.
like there was a famous guy, I don't remember his name, that said, give me a leverage and I can even pull up the earth. Understand? I can lift the earth. Okay. I don't know, one of those famous crazy guys in the past. Okay. So don't use your position of power. Imagine you are the president of a company. So you want to say, hey, I'm the president. Okay. Don't use this as a leverage when doing business negotiations. So that means you're not at another level. Be on the same level of the Aussie Australian. Understand?
Yeah.
Understand, Luana, or no?
Uh, I can go if you want, but
No, but
I
did you
just
understand it?
sorry, yes,
Okay. Okay,
yes.
Gabriel. Okay.
I have one question, teacher. Laid
Go
back.
ahead. Laid back. Is relaxed. You know, tranquil.
Oh, like in Bahia, I know.
Australians.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wasn't going
Exactly
to
like
say
this.
that. Yeah, I wasn't going to say it.
Stereotype?
I see your
Yes.
face, teacher, that you are trying to say that.
I know. I thought of it. I'm always honest. I thought of it, but I said I'm not going to pull Marcus' legs again. So I was quiet. But since it was Wagner, that was a wonderful example, Wagner. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
And like the people there, you know, peace and love, my friend. Peace and love. Okay. But I can tell you something. Maybe that's better than the crazy routine that Paulistas have, understand? Probably they are right. Okay. We are crazy. Another vocabulary problem concerning the Australians or no? Okay. Let's see how to do business with my parents now. Italy. Okay.
Your parents?
Yes. My parents are Italian and Spanish. Understand? So I
So
have.
am I. So are mine.
Yes. My mom was born in Spain. My daddy was born in Italy. Understand? So I do have
Nice.
relatives in both countries. So Italy, relationship-oriented business. Okay? So there's one more guy, a little bit late, but that's all right. So who's going to read this for us now? Is that you, Victor?
Could be.
Okay, go ahead, my friend.
Italy, relationship-oriented business. The Italian sense of family manifests in the way they do business. However, Italians also have a sense of formality. Shake hands like professionals do. Dress for the occasion. Be prepared when having meetings or business appointments. The Italians are relatively lax when it comes to time, but avoid making them wait. If you can't make it on time, be sure to tell them in advance and provide a good reason.
That's a very interesting point of view. You should never let an Italian businessman wait for you. Understand? So they are really relaxed. If they schedule a visit to your office and they say they are going to be there at 10 o'clock, maybe they will be there at 11. Understand? But if you tell them you're going to be at 10 and you arrive there at 11, they're going to get offended because you are late. Understand? So it's very interesting, this part. The Italians are relatively lax when it comes to time. They are very relaxed or just lax. But avoid making them wait. That means they don't like waiting for anyone. Understand? But
They like to make meat.
people waiting for them. That's true. That's exactly the point. Understand?
Maybe I'm Italian.
Half of me is Italian. I can tell you that. Okay. But I try to always be on time. Understand? I think I learned that from the Americans. Okay. If I say 6 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
What else? Any questions?
They seem emotionally unstable.
They seem emotionally, I understood,
unstable.
Up to emotional, unstable.
Unstable,
yes.
Yeah. Very.
I don't know if they are emotionally
like a roller coaster
unstable.
of emotions.
They are in this point, yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes, Luana, you were saying something?
No, I think Latin people are quite the same. This passionate.
That's because of that's because I would say probably because of all the Italian people that immigrated to Brazil. Understand? Like my parents, my father, for example, not my parents, my father and my mother both immigrated to Brazil in the 30s after the Great Depression of 1929. Many Europeans had a dream of coming to Brazil to start a new life here, understand? And it's interesting because both my mother and my father came almost at the same time and they met only in Brazil, okay?
What a bad idea.
Yeah. Another question about this or no?
It's okay.
No, thanks.
No. Good. Marcos, our lady. Yes.
Not about this, but just wondering how as we Brazilians are know about time, because I have the feeling we are not really on time, like, normally.
Yes,
as we,
and every time I had a business meeting scheduled, you know what they would say? Be sure you get here on time, right? Our reputation is not nice, understand? Image they have is that Brazilians are too laid back, understand? We never worry about time. So especially Americans would always reinforce the concept of make sure you get here on time, right?
But they are right.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
Okay.
We are late every time.
Yes.
I never always late.
I never see any meeting show starting on time here in Brazil. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a British one.
We always say this never starts in the time, so we don't need to rush.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
People say they say one time, it's just like a fake time because we're supposed to start later. For example, they say 8, but
Like parties.
It started at
then
9.
people
yeah.
would be people would be late just on time to get
Yeah.
Yeah.
not so late, not too late.
It's a good strategy.
Parties start at 8. You become, if you get in the party at 8, you'll be the first one, and everybody will be like, "Why you're already here?"
Yes.
You would be. I mean, I think people would get there at 10, maybe. If the
Yeah.
party starts at 8,
Yeah.
people would be there at 10.
Yeah.
But not
Sometimes
now.
be on time here in Brazil.
Yes.
On party.
So when
especially.
I'm calling some friends over for dinner or something, you know what I usually do? If I want the dinner to start like at 8, I'll tell all my friends that, well, we are having an early dinner, so it starts about 6, all right? And they say, that early? Yes. So I know they'll be here by 8, okay? So they always get here on the time I expect them to be, but
I do
2
the
hours
same.
late. Understand? It's amazing.
I
And
do
some
exactly
of them,
the same.
some of them even get here 9.
Yeah.
The last time we had some friends over for dinner, that was terrible because they got here like at 10:30, and they didn't leave until 6 in the morning. Okay, I was very sleepy, and they were
Oh.
still talking and talking. Okay,
Yeah,
and
that's
just
the
let's have
difference.
one more. Yeah, that's too laid back for me, you know. Once you live abroad for many years.
I think it's not really nice actually. This is a thing we should change as a culture, let's say. Like,
I don't
good
know.
reputation. It's not a good reputation, I guess.
But
Yeah,
it's like we
okay
are the
with that?
heart of the party. Every time that we go somewhere, everybody knows that we are Brazilians. We're gonna get late. We're gonna do too much.
Stay late,
But
stay
about
late.
meetings, like for example, or conventional, you're showing this respect with you when you're like, for
Yes.
example, he prepared dinner at 7, let's say, and people get there at 10. So I don't know. I think it's really nice.
Imagine the opposite. They expect you to be late and you get on time. They will be like, "Oh, that's a different Brazilian. That one that I like."
I would be one of them. Like,
All the
oh,
time.
if you get on time, then you can help preparing dinner then. It's gonna be
Yes,
nice.
chopping vegetables. Yes.
I think it's better
Okay.
to have a bad reputation and be different than your reputation than to have a too aggressive reputation like Japanese people that you cannot look into their eyes, stare at their eyes. You cannot talk too much to them. It's hard to have a conversation like that.
Yes. But one thing you have to have in mind is that you have to separate personal things from business things, understand? So
Yeah.
personal matters, it's okay. If you get late, everybody's expecting you to be late, understand? But if you're having a business meeting, everybody's expecting you to be there on time, okay? So I have many times, to be honest with you, I have driven to the place I was supposed to meet somebody in the States or even in England. And because I was not sure about the right way to get there, so I left earlier and I arrived earlier than the scheduled time. And I was sitting in the car outside the company or the school, waiting, you know, like 5 more minutes just to arrive there just in time. Okay. So they would, oh, it's very nice that you're here in time. Yes. Okay. All right. Understand this?
Are you a British?
Yes.
British person?
British or Americans, they always expect you to be punctual. Okay.
On time.
Yes.
British, they get before, even earlier, right? Normally they get
Yeah.
earlier.
I said in time. In time is 1 or 2 minutes before.
Sorry,
On time is
before,
at the
not on
exact time.
Yeah.
Yes. I got there in time for the meeting. Understand? In time is
Yeah.
1 or 2 minutes before the time. If it's the
No, but they
meeting
get
starts.
there.
Yeah,
But if
I
it's
say
like 10 minutes or maybe half an hour earlier, would still
that's
be
too
in
early.
time?
No, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Grammatically
saying. Sometimes
speaking,
they're
yes.
too early.
Yeah, but that's too early, understand? Like 2 minutes is acceptable, understand? It's better than getting there on time because sometimes they ask you if you'd like some water, some coffee or tea, understand? Before the meeting starts. So you have like a couple minutes to do that, understand? Now, let's see how things are going to change when you move to United Arab Emirates. Okay? Have you? Am I frozen?
Yeah, you're
A
back.
little bit, you're with legs.
You're back.
Leg.
You're back. You're back.
Yes, it appears here a message. Your internet connection is unstable.
Oh.
So I realized that I might be frozen. So
You
Marcos,
have
can you read
It
this
is
part
Italian.
for us?
Yeah. Arab business people tend to look intimidating. You don't have to appear meek in the presence, but be sure to learn about the customs before
Customs?
customs before interface with them. Mind the clothes in particular. For men, you wouldn't go wrong with suits, and darker colors are perceived as more professional. For women, a suit is recommended, but
Recommended.
recommended. Thank you. But skirts are allowed as long as the hem in below the knees. Non-Muslim women are not required to wear the hijab.
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 Yeah, hijab. Okay, that's their typical clothing. Okay. Now, pay attention to something very interesting about doing business with them. Once I used to represent an American university for many years. I was their representative and I did educational fairs around the world for them, okay, promoting the University of Wisconsin. So what happened? Once there was a USA educational fair, okay, there, right there. And of course, I was wearing my best dark suit, okay? And I had a friend from another university in Rhode Island, okay? That was right in front of me. I had my booth from the University of Wisconsin here, and she had her booth from the University of Rhode Island right across from me. And she got so angry because a lot of people came to the fair looking for information about studying in the USA. But can you believe that none talked to her? They don't like doing or discussing business or certain serious matters with women. Can you believe this, guys?
Why?
So she was there for like 2 nights, and then she told me, you know what? What the fuck? I'm going back home. I'm not staying here anymore. I spent a lot of money to fly over here. I spent a lot of money in the booth, in the hotel. Everything here is so expensive, and nobody talks to me. At the same time, a lot of people just go to your booth and they are talking to you, asking questions. I'm so frustrated. I don't want to do this anymore. And she went back to the USA. Can you believe that? So women being assigned to do business with Arab people is kind of strange. Understand? Don't get offended, girls. Okay, don't get offended. But that's their culture. It's not mine, right?
Their culture is really rough. I had a story with an Arab. I don't know the nature, the city that she belongs to, but once an Arab woman came to me to have her nail piercing done, but I could not see her belly, and that's difficult because how I'm gonna pierce her navel if I cannot see her belly?
But she wanted to have the nail?
The navel. The navel.
Ah, okay. I thought, why
the navel
you want
piercing.
to see the belly? Okay, yeah. Okay.
She
I
wants to
understood
pierce the
nail.
navel.
Yeah,
Sorry.
nail. I thought, oh my gosh, to put a pierce in the nail? Okay, okay.
She wants
In
to
the
put a
belly
piercing
button.
in the yeah, in the belly button, and I could
Belly
not see
button.
her. I could not see her belly, so was because
How
of
did you do? You
her
made a
condition.
hole? You
I
made a hole in the hijab?
I gave her a TNT.
Uh-huh.
You know
The material?
like a TNT.
Not explosive?
Yeah, with not explosive. God please no. With a hole in the middle, and she laid. She put the.
She covered the belly?
She covered the belly. I went out of my room, my pierce room, so she could cover her belly, and I could pierce her. But was the most difficult pierce I have done in my life because I needed to clean her to do the piercing, and she always
no.
she
So
was
did she
always
clean
touching
herself?
her. No, I did it, but she was always
Uh-huh.
scared of me because
Of
I could
course.
not see her. I could not see her belly.
Yeah.
It would be disrespectful.
Yeah. That's terrible. Any other vocabulary problem concerning this part or no?
Ham.
Ah,
I just was
okay.
thinking, I agree, and I think it's true, but I guess Indonesia and in Malaysia, that is quite open. It's, I think it's more acceptable making business with women because I have
Women. Yes.
had some women, sorry, and I have some friends from there, and I think it's not as the same as United Arab Emirates
Yes.
or strict countries.
Yes, but even in places like Lebanon, understand, usually they don't like doing business with women, okay? Women is always considered second class, understand?
That's so bad.
So, yeah, I know. I don't like it very much either, okay? I can be honest with you. Because in my area of business, I have a lot of contact with women. Most of the positions are usually filled by women, understand? So I can see their power, I can understand their function, but it's different over there, understand? So here they say, for women, a suit is recommended, but skirts are allowed as long as the hem is below the knee. I think as long as it's very long, okay? So somebody asking me what is ham? Yes, ham. Who? Isa?
Isa. Yeah.
Okay, Isa, that's very easy to explain. Uh, it's very interesting. When I buy jeans in the United States, I always buy like 40 by 30, okay? Because I'm a big guy. So my waist is 40, my legs are 30. But in Brazil, jeans are usually sold only by the size of the waist, not the length of the legs, understand? So every time I get a size 40 in Brazil, what happens? The jeans are too long for me. So I need to hem them, understand? Okay? So I just, in Europe, I learned that there is a glue that you can buy and you can glue the hem, understand? But in Brazil, it was necessary to send to a tailor so he would make the hem or to hem for me the jeans, okay? That can be used as a noun or a verb, right? Okay, we ran out of time, but I want to finish this. Who was reading, Vitor or Marcos?
It was me.
Okay, Marcos, can you just finish this for us during conversations?
Okay. During conversations, start with light discussions to establish a relationship and build trust. This avoid controversial or
Abrasive topics.
topics. Even when you're just being overheard
Overheard
by your
Arab business
business counterparts.
counterparts. Yes. Is there any question about this or no?
No.
Do you understand the verb over here?
Oh, no. Even counterpart.
Counterparts. You don't understand counterparts or you don't understand over here?
Both.
Both. Over here is a verb used to say that you have just listened to somebody else's conversation, but not with the intention of listening. I overheard you saying my name. do you want to talk to me? Oh, not really. I was talking about another Roberto. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. But I overheard you. Understand? And this over here is different of what Brazilian girls, that's for you girls, okay? Okay, I'm going to write here. Over here, over here, over here is when you listen to oops, not French, Roberto, someone's conversation. No, not good either. Conversation without having the intention. Okay? Sometimes you are walking on the street and you overhear like a couple fighting or something. You didn't stop there, you just overheard. Understand? Now, for the girls in Brazil, as I said, there is the more appropriate verb.
Bless you.
Is,
Bless you.
yes. Oh,
Yeah.
and she might have broken something there. Yes, eavesdrop. That is
what
to listen to someone's conversation with intention. Understand? That's when you are behind the door with a glass, just listening to someone's conversation. You are eavesdropping. Understand? So, of course, this is not only for girls, right? As I said, I'm not a macho type man. Okay, many boys also do this, but that's exactly the difference between overhear and eavesdrop. Overhear is when you
Like, let me see. I usually take a bus to go to other places, and sometimes it happens both things. Over here, I overhear some conversations without intention. It's a time I eavesdrop.
eavesdrop.
I hear some
You see?
conversation with
I
intention.
told you it's not only for girls, right? Marcus has already confessed that he eavesdropped on other people's conversation. And then he gets to the office and tells everyone.
Hey man, that's not polite.
Okay?
And the boys and the people start to talk a little loud. So it's not my fault.
Yeah.
And then
But you just, you just stretch your neck to listen, understand? Like,
and
oh my gosh!
And I thought to myself, please talk more faster because my buzz stop is leaving.
I want to know the
please
final.
finish it.
Yeah.
He's
Tell me the
listening to
end
the
of it.
other's conversation like, oh no, he didn't.
Yeah. Something like this, right?
I feel bad when I am in the bus and accidentally I see some WhatsApp conversation from someone else, and I became curious because I want to know.
That's so
So
wrong.
I'm just like,
No,
Girls
that's
are
so
too
wrong, man.
curious. Okay, you are too curious.
yes,
All
I
right.
am.
Maybe you can see something that you don't want to see, so don't look at.
But it's not my fault.
That
Oh,
happens.
sometimes it happens sometimes.
Happens.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it happens most of
Yeah.
the times. Okay. Anyway, it was very nice talk. I hope you have had the chance of learning something. Okay. And I wish you all a nice weekend. It's about time to go. Okay. My wife is already waiting for me with a nice bottle of beer and maybe some pasta.
I'm
or
envying you, teacher.
maybe
Don't
a
drink too
bottle of
much,
wine.
man.
I'm
Don't drink too
envying
much.
No. Okay.
No,
Or maybe do. You are in the quarantine. Just do it.
I'll just drink a glass of wine, okay? A red Italian
I'm so
wine.
jealous.
We
I'm
believe
so
in
I
you.
see.
Have wine
All right,
with your
guys, be
wife.
good. Be
Have a
good.
nice weekend.
Okay, have a nice
Thank you,
weekend.
Sensei.
See you on Monday at the same
Bye-bye.
time, at the same channel, right? And
Thank you.
remember, be good. Stay at home,
Goodbye.
okay? Keep
You
yourself
too.
safe and sound. All right?
Bye-bye.
Thank you
Come
as
on.
always.
Nice
Have a
weekend.
good,
Thank
good
you.
Bye to
evening,
you.
Yeah.
everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you for
night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye bye now.
Bye.